Hi, I'm Linda from Barlates Body Blitz. Welcome to Fusion Flow Dynamic. For today's workout, all you will need is an exercise mat and something to hold on to, preferably a chair because we will be using it to put our hands on at some stage. So put your feet in approximately hip width stands, and we're going to start off with a squat and allowing our arms to drop back and then come back up. So it's down and back up. So I really want you to just allow your body to sweep through and hang forward and use the weight of your arms to help you swing back up to the top. Down and back and up. This should feel really nice on your spine. So keep everything loose and really just allowing those arms to drop, looking down at the mat so your neck stays in nice alignment with your spine. A few more like this. Just go for 3, nice soft knees, 2, and last 1. Now we're going to split our arms and come across the body. So split and up and down, sweeping it and slightly twisting through the waist, diagonal, diagonal. So you're keeping your weight in the heels and just very softly squatting. Nothing too crazy, nothing too low. And as you sweep up, start reaching further and further across. A few more, and then we're going to start picking up one knee. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now I want you to pick up a knee, down, and pick it up. So the same side for a few, and up. So sweep across, and as you bring your arm up, you're picking that knee up. Across and up. Across and up. We're warming up through the hip flexors. A few more like this. Let's go for 4. The other leg is still nice and soft. 3, 2, like a rag doll, and 1. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. So once again, I want you to think about really just flopping down and allowing the momentum of your body, especially those arms, to help drive you up. If you're finding this too hard on your balance, you might just want to tap up, down, tap up. A few more like this. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We're going to use the chair next. We're just going to put it to one side, and then we're going to just lightly hold on to that. Keep our knees nice and soft, and we're going to start swinging the outside leg. So make sure there's nothing behind you that you're going to hit. And just start with a soft knee, swinging your leg forward and back. Just gently allow your arm to go in opposition, and everything else is loose and nice and relaxed. And you just bring it up to your high point. Keep the whole leg loose. Usually I would tell you to squeeze your thighs, squeeze your glutes, but today we're focusing on keeping things nice and loose. Try to keep a nice straight stance, so don't lean into your chair, just lightly hold onto the chair. And after a few, we're going to start straightening the leg a little bit more. Go 4, 3, 2, 1. Now if you can, slow it down and straighten the leg a little bit more. So I want you now to hinge forward so that your leg can come up further at the back. Make sure you're using that arm in opposition. Forward, forward, forward. Hold your tummy in and try to keep your weight in the heel of the supporting leg, so you should be able to wiggle your toes there. A few more. Try to keep it straight. Doesn't matter if it doesn't go high. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Now hold on to the chair with both of your hands, and we're going to do big circles around and down, around and down. So we're opening up through the hips, around and down. You're tapping down in between, and I want a wide circle. Think opening through inner thighs, stretching through your hips, around, around. So yes, there's going to be a bit of a sculpting element to this. A few more and then we're switching sides. 3, 2, 1. I meant directions, not sides. Around and back, around and back. Open wide, wide, and no death grips on that chair, just light fingertips. Hold your tummy in, really wide. Try to keep your legs straight here, but if you can't, then maybe just like this. Okay, choose your level. You don't need to make it as big as me. I just want you to feel stretch and open. 6, 5, 4, 3. Try to keep the upper leg straight. 2, and 1. Nice job. So we're switching sides, and we're going to start off with that swinging, and we're going to keep our knees bent, forward and back. Gentle, gentle, letting everything get loose and floppy, and trying not to kick the wall if you can. Forward and back, forward and back. And if you want to start leaning into it a bit more, you can. Just keep breathing really naturally here. We are moving a lot, so you will get your heart rate up, even though we're not squeezing and doing traditional toning exercises. A few more, and now we're going to start extending our legs straight. Just go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now straight leg and start to come down. Start to lean forward. So sweep it up as high as you can. You don't need to go as high as me. I just want you to come to your low point. I'm keeping my supporting leg nice and straight. That's helping me to also get a stretch in the back of that leg. All the way, kicking up high and then leaning. That lean is going to help you to get your leg up higher at the back. But as I said, if you want to keep it low, just do this. A few more like this. Up and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. So we're just going to put both our hands onto that chair, keep our legs nice and soft. Weight is in the heel of the back leg, and then we're going to go around. Big circle around. It doesn't matter so much if you're going to the front or to the back, because we'll be switching sides, but what I want you to focus on is just drawing a big circle. I want you to feel the stretch in both thighs as you bring your leg up. Up and around. Up and around. Try to keep a light grip and really hold your tummy in. That's what's going to help you not to wobble so much. Light bend in the back leg and weight is in the heel. Around. Big. For 5 more. Then we're switching directions. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I'm just coming to the front. Around and front. All the way. Just try to make it big. And slow it down if you need to. There's no shame in that, as long as you're feeling that stretch. Dynamic stretching. Around. Around. Big circles. Try to keep the legs straight if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. we're going back to the first side, and this time I'm going to have the seat of the chair facing me. So this is where it's important to make sure it's nice and sturdy. We're going to come into like a down dog simulation, and we're going to bring our leg up and then come forward. So now test. Can you go up and can you go low? I want it high, and I want a hip flexor stretch, like a runner's lunge. So we're keeping it nice and slow. And if you can, go up on the tippy toe of the back leg, go up, stretching both sides. So you're standing really straight, looking down at your mat, stretching your supporting leg and trying to get the other leg up high. Now I am turning out my hips slightly on that moving leg at the top there. That's okay. I just want to feel that stretch. Blow out on the up. And really try to sink low so you're feeling the back hip flexor engaging when you come down here. It's up and it's in. It's up. Weight is transferring to the front leg there, and really sink into it. Let's go for 5 more. 5, and in. 4, and in. 3, in. 2, and in. And last one, and in. Now I want you to come down onto the knee. Keep your hands on that seat, and we're just going to go back and down, back and down. So I want you to get your heel as close to the mat as possible at the back there, and then you're coming forward. So make sure your stance is wide enough so that you're never allowing this knee to come over the toe. Push back and down, push back and down. Tummies are in, shoulders are relaxed. Push back into the heel and down. You should feel a nice hip flexor stretch on the down. 6, and down. 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Nice job, just come in safely, and we're switching sides. So put your chair to the other side, make sure it's really nice and secure. And come into like that down dog stance. It's kicking up first and then planting down. So once you plant down, you can see how wide that stance needs to be in order not to allow the knee to go over the toe. So it's up and it's forward. Up and forward. So I really want you to focus on looking down towards that standing leg, keeping your toe on the mat and elevating your heel. And as you come forward, really sink into it. I would rather you slow this down and really sink into this hip flexor stretch. Sink into it. Try to keep your knee off the mat for now. You can tap down lightly if you're really flexible, but we're going to do that next. So try to really focus on getting your leg high. You can turn out your hip a little bit, turn it out, and then come down. Blowing out on the up, dynamic motion. Keep going for a few more, hold your tummies in. Try to look straight ahead, don't look at me. I want your neck in nice alignment for another 4. Up and 3. Up and 2, up and 1. So now remember, we're going to come into that same lunge position, and we're going to come up and back down. So have you got wide enough a stance? I want you to push your heel towards the mat and really feel that hip flexor stretch on the kneeling leg as you come down. So push your hip forward, back, squeeze your glute, push your hip forward. Getting a hamstring stretch here as well. So I want you to try and get both legs straight as you come up there, okay? It's not a lunge, it's a push back. It's a push back, Your arms and shoulders are relaxed. A few more like this. 6, 5, remember to push forward with that hip. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, so now we're going to turn the chair sideways again with the back of the chair towards you. And we're going to start working into our hips. So what I want you to do is stand with a little bit of a gap, and we're just going to come an arm's length away, and we're going to come over and really stick our hip out to the side with our arm to the side, and then it's almost like a little bounce. Over, bounce. Over, bounce. So I'm never straightening my knees. I'm just bouncing lightly, holding my tummy in, sticking my glutes out towards the back like a little squat, and then reaching my arm directly to the side and my hip directly to the side. So I want you to push that out as much as you can to really stretch in the side of the hips there. This is an area that gets very tight, especially if you do a lot of bar work, squats, lunges, even heavy weights, if you're a runner. So it's really good to stretch out the side of the glutes and hips. A few more like this, and we're going to add in a figure 4 stretch. So go for 4, and 3, and 2. Feel your side body stretching here as well, and 1. So what we're going to do is bring our leg up, slightly push down on here, and then go forward. So it's down, bounce, side, down, bounce, side. If this is distracting for you to use your arm, then just go like this, okay? Like that. But if you can, I want you to stick your hip out, bounce, side. It's push lightly, down, side. This is a total side body stretch, and you're loosening your glutes. You're also using a bit of coordination here, so we're really working on everything. I want your belly button pulled into your spine, and remember, directly to the side, not to the back, and side. A few more, bounce, side. 4, side, 3, side, 2, side, and last 1, side. So it should feel really nice and loose through there. We're moving to the other side, same thing. Starting with our feet a little bit narrower than hip width apart. You've got your hand approximately just an arm length away, and we're going to come, stick our hip out, bounce. Allow your arm to swing, bounce a little bit in the middle, just to give you some momentum to come back up and blow all the air out as you reach over, reaching really nice and wide across the body, stretching out all the way down the rib cage into your waistline, keeping everything loose. Knees are soft, pushing directly to the side, not to the back, and breathing really naturally here. This is not a tough session like most of my other workouts. I designed this series to really help you lengthen and dynamically move so that you're more flexible and able to have better form for my other workouts. 3 more like this, then we're adding in the figure 4. Across, 2, and 1. So now it's down, slightly push down, bounce and across. It's figure 4, bounce and push out. It's figure 4, slight bounce, push out. So you're using those little bounces to help propel you. So on that figure 4, lean your body forward towards that leg. Bounce and push out. You'll feel it more in the glute stretch. And really stick your side out and your arm across. Leaning, bounce and side. bounce and side. This other arm is just really loose. It's just helping you balance. Down and across. Let's go for 5, down and across. 4, 3, across, 2, across, and 1. Across. Awesome job. Now for the next one, you can either use your chair or not. I'm not going to use it. We're going to come into some inner thigh stretches. So I want you to be nice and wide here with your feet turning out at approximately 45 degrees or as far as you can go, that you feel an opening in the hips. We're going to come down and I'm going to keep my hands on my thighs and then I'm going to shoot up and bring my legs diagonally across. Down, across. So when you come up, sweep using your inner thigh. You want to turn your heel up towards the ceiling and come really low in the center. Maybe even use your hands to push apart. And if you're finding this too hard on the balance, you can have your chair directly in front of you and hold on to the back of the chair, okay? That's your option. But we're trying to work on our balance as well. So even if we wobble, it's a good thing, right? Down and across. Wide and across. How wide can you go? How high can you sweep your inner thigh? A few more. We're nearly done with this. Let's go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And now we're just going to use the chair and we're going to stay up on our tippy toes, stay on one side, and it's across and out. This is the last thing on both sides. Across and out. Just go as high as you can. If you prefer not to be on your toe for your supporting leg, you can be flat-footed, that's fine. But I like this because it helps me to have more range of motion. Keep pushing that through the air as if you're pushing through water. So try to have some resistance there. 8, 7, 6, 5, tummies are in, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we're switching that up. So start off slightly slower until you get your positioning, and once you have it, try and get up high. This is your last exercise. Up, up, swing, swing, really nice and high, up. Squeeze it all the way. It's okay if you turn out slightly at the top. Keep going, up and up. We want to leave this workout feeling totally dynamically stretched. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Now, because this whole workout was stretching, we don't really need to stretch much, but I'm just going to give you one little stretch out to finish. So just come into this pose where you're pushing your palms into the chair, your head is in between your arms, you're stretching out your arms and your legs all at the same time. Walk your feet in slightly and then bend your knees, pull away on that chair. Then round forward and just look up. And then come back. And we're going to round forward and come up. And come back again. Now walk yourself in towards the chair, fingertips, and just push up through the shoulder blades. You can even hold on to the seat of the chair, just opening that up. And then looking up. One more time. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and roll up. And that is it. Thanks so much for joining me for my Fusion Flow Dynamic workout. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you at the next segment.